Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a video all about what I do for my warm-up routine. The warm-up is so important to your everyday running. If you do it every single time, you'll build it into a really good habit. It's a great way to get the body ready for running. It increases the blood flow around the body, the range of motion, which also aids your mobility, and it is another way of injury prevention. So if you go off on your run out the door without warming up your body, you are setting off your run on cold muscles. That is not good for your body. You need to be able to get the blood flowing. It stops strains, stops injuries from pulling up, and it gets your body warmed up, ready to go. This is what I tend to do for my warm-up routine. I've got a few sets of drills that I tend to do at home. If it's nice weather, you can do this outside. If not, if it's cold weather, you can do it indoors. When I do go off for my run, I don't start off straight outside my door. I tend to walk for a couple of minutes or a light jog before we get started, just to get the blood flowing. Nice short stride before you start, and then you can start your run, start your watch, and then get straight into the run. So warm-up routine number one is a walking lunge. Walking lunge is really important because it activates the glutes, it opens up the hip joint, helps improve your stride length, which helps you cover the ground. So number two is a slight variation on the walking lunge. It's basically driving backwards and then drive your leg up. This is quite good because it engages your glutes, gets that knee nice and high. Really good for that range of motion. So what's really important, you've got your toe flexed up, arms are swinging because that helps with your stride, and you're just looking straight forward with a slight bend at your hips. So number three is butt kicks. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. You do want to sort of mimic your running motion. You don't want to sort of do butt kicks as like you see maybe the footballers do when they're sort of tapping the back of their hands, but you do want to sort of drive that knee up, get your legs swinging, and also increases the heart rate at the same time, and it mimics your running stride. So this is how I do my butt kicks. So number four is opening and closing the gait. This is really important. Helps your hip mobility, increases that range of motion, and improves your stride length. Again, all of these are helping your sort of hips to open up. If you've been sitting working all day long, or if you've been sitting for most of the day, it's get your hips firing, getting them nice and loose, ready for you to go running. You would call opening the gait. Leg nice and parallel to the ground, swing that nice and open. What you might feel on this one is a slight engagement of the glutes. This is what you call closing the gait. So your leg is coming back in front of you to close the gait. So number five is leg swings. There's two variations on this. What this will do, again, open up that hip, works on your range of motion as your leg goes forward and back. Also starts to warm up the hamstrings as well. So let's get into the first variation of leg swings. Ideally you want to do this, and it's a lot easier to do this with your hand against something. So I'm just going to start with this one. And side to side, and you can feel it engaging the outside of your glute. And the next one is you're going to be kicking your leg forward and back. So again, this is mainly for the hamstrings. So number six is another one that I like to do to engage the glutes, get the glutes nice and firing. The glutes can be fairly lazy muscles, so if they're not sort of warmed up and ready to go before you start running, and impact your stride, your balance, the way you strike the ground. The whole thing about increasing your stride length is that if you have a good stride length, if you've got nice high cadence, it can help you get from A to B in a quicker time, so to get you covering the ground and being as efficient as possible. Hip circles I like to do is sort of as you bring your leg up, feet pointing up, sort of bring your leg out and you sort of engage the glute right here. So right there is very sort of engaged, and you sort of just bring it back through. Again, engage, switched on, back through, switched on. Back to it. Another variation on this is actually holding something close to you and sort of doing hip circles. So you want to bring your leg up, you're just going to rotate the muscle around forwards, and then you're going to go backwards. So number 7, final one that I like to do, and that's your quads, the walking quad stretch. So all of these warm-up routine are all dynamic movements. I'm not doing anything static, I'm doing it built into a movement. So guys, that's my warm-up routine. It's 7 things to do. If you try and do this every single time before your run, it will build a very, very good habit. And the main thing is about doing a warm-up routine is to get that body ready to run, and it is a great way for injury prevention. Now that the body's warm, my heart rate nice and up, it's time for me to start a run. So I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.